How would I let that affect my journey if I were you and I was starting out?
Give it up for my girl, Fallon Taylor.
Here we go.
The 2014 champion of the world on BABYFLO.
Well, congratulations.
Congratulations, world champion.
What's up, Flomies? I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I'm back with another podcast. I hope you guys absolutely love these. If you do, make sure to hit me up on Fallon Taylor 2 on Instagram. Let your girl know. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to be subscribed. Ding that notification bell. If you are only hearing my voice, that means that you're missing out on watching this happen live. Go to youtube.com/Fallon Taylor and take a gander at my face while I podcast. I'm excited to help you guys today. This one is about confused supporters. So for you guys, I want to talk to you about something that happened at the American, and it was just really funny. And I don't ever want to give haters attention. I never want to point them out. And I want that to be a very important lesson for you guys as you go on through your journey about haters and what they feel and why they're singling you out and why they're saying the things they are about you. And I want you to understand their position a little bit more. So haters, you are very welcome. I'm explaining your side today. I just want to be able to give you more confidence as you go toward things that scare you, opportunities that are coming up that you're nervous about or that you're anxious about. And as a person that has plenty of anxiety, I know what this feels like and how you can feel like the whole world is collapsing in on you, and you just aren't getting any relief. And then every time that you try to branch out and do something new, boom, there comes criticism. And so I want to talk to you about that, talk your way through that, because it's a beautiful thing. I swear, hang with me. I'll talk you through it. First of all, let's address this live video. So this is a live video, one of the only people that went live during the American semifinals. And here is her assessment of me as I run.
We turn to 161, Fallon Taylor.
Oh my God, y'all, it's Fallon Taylor. Watch for polo wrap.
Take it back to Topeka, Kansas. Start number 12.
Oh, Jesus, Mother of God.
2016 WPO champion, Urban Finals, right-hand corner. Numbers coming in, Fallon Taylor, 14.
14-402.
162, Daniel Hill.
That will not make the bubble. She looks like one of those liberals that wears the pink hat with all the pink.
So Melinda points out that oh dear God, when she sees my hair. And then she says, watch out for polo wraps. And then she mocks, oh, here she comes, Fallon Taylor. And then she giggles as my time is not good enough to get through to the semifinals. And then she calls me a liberal, which if you don't know much about politics, there's Republicans and Democrats, liberals and right-wing conservatives, et cetera, et cetera. Take your stance. Don't care what you are. Don't care what I am. Love and let love, okay? But let me tell you what you can do from breaking down that video and what you can learn from it. One, I know that she watches the vlogs. I know that this person either watches the vlogs or pays very close attention to any tea that's spilled about me. So this person knew that I had a polo wrap incident several vlogs ago where my equipment failed me. It was actually one of the first times that that's ever happened. And I had a really hard time in the back and BABYFLO was kicking out. She's having a really terrible day and I couldn't get her polo wraps on, and then I literally couldn't get underneath her to use electric tape, and it was just a nightmare. We called it Polo Gate 2018, and it got a lot of attention, and it was a really scary, crazy thing. And I didn't see this equipment come off in the middle of my run, so I kept going, and I caught criticism that I was like doing anything to get the win, or like I was just this person that wanted to win so bad that I wasn't caring for my animal, etc., etc. I wish I had the GoPro on so that you could see my view of literally not being able to see anything happening underneath me, just knowing that people were saying things and I couldn't really make out what was happening. So she knew that information, which means that she's probably a confused supporter. This is somebody that is not only going to watch this vlog or listen to this podcast, but probably share it and then offer more criticism on top of that, which will only help me. So as you understand how people deal with this, she challenges my character or my political stance because of my hair color. Now, you guys just saw the reveal of this hair color. And what's really exciting is what I told all of the people that took the American tour. I said, I want to create a buzz and I want to get people talking because it will challenge everything that they believe. So just based on hair color or someone's taste in tattoos or someone's haircut, you think you automatically know their sexual orientation, their political standpoints, their religious beliefs, and how much you guys have in common. And what's really funny is that pink hair did everything that I thought it would do. It potentially changed your mind about me, even though I've had all of this credibility with creating free stuff for you guys for a long, long time, for you guys to see my heart, where I'm at, where I stand, how much I believe in you as a person. And I just want you to see what that perception can do to everyone around you. Now, going back to Melinda snickering at my time as she laughed and basically was excited that I did poorly, just understand that that's coming from a person that didn't qualify herself. So she now had more in common with me. She was someone that also wasn't going to compete at the American, and now I was now someone that had more in common with her. That now I'm not going to be at the American. Now, assuming based on her, assuming that I'm a liberal and putting that in a negative connotation, I assume that she is a Republican. So right when we had something in common, I didn't qualify for the American at the Cowboy Stadium, and she was not also qualified at the American at the Cowboy Stadium. Now she wanted to differentiate herself from me because she was like, oh, we're the same. No, now we're different. She must be a liberal. Now, this is the same person that had torn apart another barrel racer earlier that caught a lot of criticism for putting out a live on her social media where she used really foul language and was really derogatory to a lot of people. She literally told someone next to her, if you ever acted like that, I would disown you. But yet when I came along, she acted like that. So it makes for a double standard. I don't want to give this person all of that time. I care about how you take these people in. For me, I think that this person is probably a great person. She probably runs a really great business, and she probably really enjoys barrel racing and loves to watch it go down. She probably doesn't think I'm human and doesn't care. So how would I let that affect my journey if I were you and I was starting out? I wouldn't. And I know that it's a lot easier said than done to take these criticisms and not take them really personally. Trust me, I've been there, I've cried, I've had some really, really dark thoughts about what people have thought about me, and then I realized it doesn't matter. So a lot of people ask me why ranch dressing started, or why I wear crazy things, or why in the world would I have pink hair, or maybe I'm going down some class. A comment on YouTube was that I was going down a classless journey, or there goes all my class. And I find it really funny because this fun phase that I'm in has made several people think that I'm no longer classy, yet getting criticism from people that are willing to trash other people on their business account while they're conducting business. So it's really funny. It's a really funny perception thing, and I want no one to read too much into this. I just want you to know, when you are 12, 13, 14 years old and people are making fun of you for things that are different about you that you can't control. Maybe it's your weight, maybe it's your appearance, maybe you have an illness that's incurable, maybe you have some setbacks, maybe financially your family can't provide you the things that other families can provide their families. The coolest thing I did a long time ago was to deflect. And I just changed my outfits and I wore really crazy stuff, and I literally didn't have the budget to do anything else but to spray paint my clothes to make them a different color. And people would just pick on me about the clothes, and it was such a relief. It worked. People would pick on my clothes and pick on what I wore, and they would pick less on me being nervous at a rodeo, less on me having the skinniest horse at the rodeo. Maybe they wouldn't notice that my truck was borrowed and it didn't have an interior door panel. Maybe they would notice that I was digging out pennies out of my truck seat for a hot dog at a rodeo. Maybe they wouldn't notice all of those things because they were so worried about the color of my hair. If this hair were black, you would tell me, "Ooh, I wish it were blonde." But because it's pink, then that's some big thing. It's just funny, and I just want you to inwardly reflect. So I brought this to your attention because if you're listening to this on the podcast, right now I have neon, obnoxiously neon, hot pink hair, like highlighter pink hair. If you're watching, obviously you see how crazy this hair is. What's so funny is that I'm gonna make this hair a different color every day that it bothers someone to deflect on the things that are really going on. Maybe I'm feeling a lot of pressure in business, or maybe my horse just isn't where she was 3 months ago, or maybe I have other stuff going on. I don't. I'm doing really good. I'm in a really great place. But I am leading this as an example of who you can be, who you want to be. You can be anybody. If you have short hair, long hair, if you're gay, straight, purple, transitioning, Republican, liberal, whatever it is that you are, I just want you to go in the bold direction of the life that you want to lead, because nobody is going to make that happen but you. Nobody can put a label on you and walk away and say, she's this, she's that. She's only a 4D rider. She can't afford that. She can't risk it all. She doesn't have the guts. She's not brave enough. What has somebody said to you? I want you to comment that in my DMs or down on my last post on Instagram and tell me what you think you can make somebody a non-believer of. What can you say? What can you look them in the eye and say, just watch me? What is it that you can tell them later on? Because I remember somebody sitting right beside me when I was training BABYFLO the very first time I took her around the barrels. And I was thinking about that story the other day, and I was telling someone else as I was remembering it, I remember watching that person make a snide comment, and she said, "I've never watched somebody mess a horse up so quickly in my life. That probably could have been a really nice mare." And now I'm sitting here wearing a gold buckle. That horse has won $1 million. She's been crowned the AQHA Horse of the Year, the AQHA Reserve Horse of the Year, and accolades from hundreds of thousands of people that can't stand me because I do things like this, but they still love my horse. And for that, I am so honored. I'm so honored. Hate me, don't hate the animal. I am so honored by that. And I don't feel the need to find that person and say, "Told you so." Because the character that you build in the process, maybe it fuels your fire for a little bit to be able to go, just watch me, just watch me, just watch me. And you can use that fuel, but that once that chip gets knocked off your shoulder and you start going after things that are bigger than yourself, and you start going, I wonder who's really hurting today that could really hear this. Maybe it's the lady that called me a liberal and pointed out all my flaws with my tack and laughed when I wasn't fast enough. Maybe it's her. Maybe she's doing something that she's currently failing at and doesn't feel great about it. Maybe she hasn't reached where she wants to go. I'm empathetic with that. I get down with that. I get down with people like that. I think we have more in common than she even knows, because I can totally relate to people scoffing and people not seeing the very best of me when I try so hard. I don't know what you're going after, but just know if nobody else believes in it, if nobody else around you is giving you a high five, if nobody else has looked you in the eye today and said, I think you can do it because I've already been there and done that, then let me be that person. And I believe not only can you do it, but you're going to do so much more once you figure out who that person is inside that can make that thing happen. I hope that you guys absolutely love this podcast. If you do, make sure to hit me up in the DMs. If you don't, hit me up in the DMs, and I will stop tomorrow. I love you guys. If this helped you in any way, shape, or form, please share it on your social media with someone that needs it so bad. Comment on my last post on Instagram and let me know how this affected you. I hope that you accomplished some really huge stuff. And I hope that when you hear those haters, that you understand they're just confused supporters and they're watching your journey the entire way. So go ahead and prove them wrong, but don't be afraid to step back, reach out a hand and say, hey, if you want to know how I did this, I'm willing to help you too. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Don't forget to count your blessings, drink your protein, and say thank you to Jesus. See you next time.